What's going on, everyone? So welcome to my latest video. This is a video I look forward to doing twice a year in July and November. That is essentially when Criterion and Barnes & Noble, they come together to work out a 50% sale on DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks of Criterion, and it's awesome for physical media collectors such as myself. Normally, I collaborate with SkynetGen, aka Sergey, who's a good friend of mine. This year, though, not only am I collaborating with him, I will also be collaborating with Mike Dennis of ReelBlack, who I highly recommend that you subscribe to him, as well as, of course, Sergey, if you haven't done so already. However, Mike Dennis's friend, Todd, will also be accompanying us. So all of us will be doing this Criterion haul. It's ironic, though, because this time last year is when Sergey and we were doing a Criterion haul video. Like, we were getting ready to film, and we actually ran into Mike and Todd and started talking to them. And as it turned out, they also were huge physical media collectors, and we just got to talking. And I've collaborated with Mike Dennis of ReelBlack several times now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to unveil that second haul to you guys. But this time around, this is my part one haul, because what happened was I'm meeting up with all of them next week. However, when I was at work today, I couldn't help but think to myself, what if some of the ones that are on my wish list aren't there at Barnes & Noble's next week? So I decided to stop by Barnes & Noble's because I was going anyways to see the new Superman movie. So I went and I ended up picking up 4 movies. So what will happen is I'll unveil those 4 movies in alphabetical order, and then we'll cut to part 2 of the Criterion haul with myself, and then it will also have, of course, Mike Dennis of ReelBlack, Todd, and of course Sergey. So strap in, guys, and yeah, also let me know which ones you guys ended up picking up from Criterion. So I'm looking forward to seeing that in the comment section below. But guys, enough exposition. Let's get started. So kicking things off, we have Brazil. So this is a film that I've only seen once, and it was a long time ago. All I really remember is Robert De Niro randomly coming in as a plumber, cracking a few jokes, and that's honestly it. I think it's one of those films that maybe I was just too young. Like, I think I saw this when I was like 17, so I just think I was too young to appreciate it. Now that I love dystopian sci-fi films that are quite bizarre, I feel like I'll appreciate this quite a bit. And honestly, Terry Gilliam, I feel like that's usually my relationship with his work. Like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I wasn't a big fan of it on first watch, but then I rewatched it and I ended up loving it, and it's in my top 250 now. So I'm hoping that will be the case with Brazil. I'm looking forward to rewatching it, and I figured what better way to watch it than on 4K. So very much so looking forward to watch this. This was a little bit more expensive than the other 4Ks. It was $30, but I think it's because it's a 3-disc edition. But looking forward to checking out this film for a second time after a decade plus. So that was Brazil. Next up, we have Days of Heaven. So Days of Heaven, this is quite a swing for the fence with me picking this up. And I say that because if you've seen my Terrence Malick ranking video on this channel years ago, you'll know that I wasn't a fan of this movie. That's right. This was a film that when I saw it in 2014, I gave it like a 2 out of 5 star rating. I remember not being a big fan of the romance, finding it too languid and pacing. But you know something, a decade plus later, I was just thinking about it more and more, and I said to myself, you know what, around that same time, I gave The New World a 3.25 out of 5 star rating, I believe, and now that film is in my top 250. Also, The Tree of Life is a film I gave a half a star out of 5, and now it's in my top 25 of all time. So I feel like Terrence Malick's films are ones that you just need to rewatch, give it a second chance to fully appreciate it, and I feel like a decade plus later, I feel like I'll like this film much more. So yes, it's a risk me picking this up considering I didn't like it the first time, but something tells me that I'll like it much more, and that's why I'm glad that I picked this up in 4K. But fingers crossed, I hope I like it. Next up, we have Thelma and Louise. So similar to Brazil, and honestly similar to Days of Heaven, this is a film that I've only seen one time. But the difference is, it's not as risky as those other 2 films, because Thelma and Louise is a film that when I saw it back in 2016, I loved it. I thought it was a great film. It's just one of those films that I just, over the years, just never really came back to it. I don't have a good reason, honestly. But when it got announced on 4K Criterion, I said to myself, you know what? I think I'm going to pick it up. And when I saw it at Barnes & Noble's, I was like, you know what? There's only one copy left. Let me pick this up. So I'm looking forward to rewatching this. I know it's a very influential film, especially in regards to the feminist movement. And it's just a film that's considered very iconic, especially with the ending. So looking forward to rewatching this film quite a bit. And I do have to say, I am a fan of the packaging. I just love the sturdiness of it. So looking forward to rewatching this, one of Ridley Scott's best. And yeah, so I'm glad I picked it up. And last but not least, this is a film that's one of my favorites of all time, specifically in the horror genre, and that is Videodrome. So Videodrome is a film that, yes, if you've been following me on my channel, you know that I actually owned this already. However, this is on Blu-ray. This is on 4K. So the Blu-ray, there's nothing wrong with it. The Blu-ray is quite good. However, I've been hearing so many rave reviews about the 4K of this that I couldn't help but say to myself, you know what? Pick this up and then sell this one. So I will be selling this on Facebook Marketplace. Be on the lookout for that. But I'm very much so looking forward to seeing this on 4K because the Blu-ray, like I said, looks really good, quite healthy. So I can only imagine how mind-blowing the 4K is going to look. So I'm ecstatic. I'm very much so looking forward to check this film out. And yeah, that's why I decided to pick it up. So if you like weird films, very abstract, surreal films, highly recommend checking out Videodrome. It's a great film. Also, the packaging is amazing. I'm not going to open it just yet because I haven't watched the 4K yet, but it's very similar to the Blu-ray. So I will say what I love is the fact that it's like a VHS tape, even with like the writing. So it's really cool. It's honestly brilliant. So but yeah, that is Videodrome. But all right, guys, that's my haul for, like I said, on July 10th, 2025. Now we're going to cut to next week's haul. What's going on, everyone? I'm joined today with Sergey of SkynetGen.
How's it going, guys?
As well as he, of course, has joined me with other Criterion hauls, but I'm also joined today with Mike of ReelBlack, as well as his friend Todd. Ironically enough, we met them both around this time last year, so it's kind of a full circle moment, but we're going to be going through some of the movies that we're trying to decide between. Some of the ones are probably going to be shoo-ins, some are going to be ones we have to put back maybe for next sale, but let's get started. We're trying to figure that out, guys. So I think I'll go first. The first one is one that I've seen before, which is Squid, which recently watched it. Really good film. I'm not usually a big fan of anthology films, but it's one that really stands out. I'm gonna hold off though because it is a 2K scan and I just have a gut feeling it's gonna get a 4K release down the line, but at some point I probably will cave and buy it on Blu-ray. But this is one I'll put back. Sex, Lies, and Videotape. I feel like it's kind of a running joke at this point on this channel. I keep picking it up and I keep saying I'm gonna get it, but this time it's just gonna be a maybe. We'll see. Bamboozled. Really like this film. Spike Lee, I think, did a really good job with it, and I think it would be a pretty good companion piece with like the producers. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because it is a 2K scam. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I love this film. I think it's kind of funny because it went from a movie that I felt mixed about to one that I absolutely love. It's quite the experience. I do own it on Blu-ray, but I feel like this is one that the upgrade is worth it. So I'm gonna go with this for sure, picking up. And then No Country for Old Men. Need I say more? It's not even a flip of the coin. I'm picking this up on 4K, and I own it on Blu-ray, but it's one that I think is needed. The other is I do own this on Blu-ray. I've heard the 4K scan of this is amazing. I think Nicole Kidman did a great job in this film, but I'm gonna wait for this one just a little bit longer. And then 8.5. This is one that every film buff loves. I thought it was solid on first viewing, and it was years and years ago, but it is one I think I would appreciate much more on rewatch. But for now, I'm just going to put it in the maybe pile.
I thought it was just okay the first time, but the opening is fantastic, though.
I remember the opening. That's what kind of plays in my head, so I'm just like, maybe. Bound. This is one of those films that the first time I saw it 5 years ago, did not like it, but I recently watched it, and I liked it. But what makes me kind of want to pick this up is the fact that what I saw on Paramount Plus was the theatrical cut. So the scenes that made it NC-17 were cut from that. So this is the one it's the uncut version. So leaning towards picking it up, but for now I'm going to do maybe. And then these are possible blind buys. The Servant, which Sergey was telling me about, that maybe I would like. We'll see, but The cover looks interesting, but I think I'm gonna wait for now. The Funeral, I did see the director's other film, Tampopo, which was actually a blind buy, and I was very happy about it, but that was a 4K scan. This is just an HD scan, so I think I'm gonna wait. Killer of Sheep, spoiler alert, Mike was actually telling me about this, which you'll see in a little bit, but he telling me about it actually has convinced me to lean towards possibly getting it, so I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile. And then Choose Me, I mean, it's in the title. It seems like one that I should choose, but I'm gonna say maybe. So these are the maybes, these are the definites. And as I'm trying to decide, Sergey, I'll let you take it away with what you're getting and what
definitely not as much as you, as always.
As always.
But with my first pick, I have Paris, Texas. I was only introduced to Wim Wenders just last year with Perfect Days, and after I saw that film, I really wanted to check out some of his other films. And Paris, Texas really grabbed me because of just like it sucks you in. You get lost with these characters on this journey, and
it really
it just like I saw it earlier in the year, and I really wanted to rewatch it. So, and it came out on 4K, so perfect timing to pick that up. That is a definite pickup. Blood Simple, Ethan Coen and Joe Coen,
great
directorial debut. Like I was not expecting a whole bunch from them. Sometimes they're hit and miss for me, but I really enjoyed this neo-noir film. That is a maybe, even though I really do enjoy it. Demon Pond is another like fantastic film that I came across. Like I've seen Kuroneko, and then I saw this film, and then I was like, whoa, this is a movie that I was missing out on, because it's so haunting, it's so beautiful, the ambiguity of it, and the special effects, the filming techniques that they used with, because obviously it's a smaller budgeted film. I was just really impressed from the start to finish, and I knew after I finished watching it that I'd want to revisit it, because you don't get everything on that first watch, and revisiting certain films definitely gives more layers to it, and I think this is a film that would really benefit in coming back to. So that is a maybe.
If you don't pick up, I will. Just based on your pitch, because I know when it comes to those kind of films, usually you're not like the biggest fan, so I'm like, all right, if Sergey likes it, I think I'll probably like it.
For the last film, this is the movie that I really came to here for, and that's Barry Lyndon on 4K. I've been waiting for that for a while now to get 4K. I've just been sitting on it like thinking, oh, when do I buy the Blu-ray now or what? Probably one of the most beautiful movies ever made. Like every frame is like a painting. And it's addressing so many different like top genres, really. It's like a war film, it's a love story, it's a story about a man who it's a rise and fall story. And while there's unlikable characters like maybe Days of Heaven that I recently saw, which is another beautiful movie, I just really love the story. It's a beautiful tragedy, and I knew I had to get it on 4K. And the packaging looks really good too. Can't wait to see it on 4K. That is a definite pickup for sure.
I was gonna say those are some good pickups. So I think I have a little bit of semblance now as to what I'm getting and what I'm not.
You're getting everything.
I think Bamboozle, I know I keep putting it back. I think I'm gonna have to this time as well. Really like the film, but I think I'm gonna put it back. And then every time, but Sex, Lies, and Videotape I'm gonna put back as well. These are the definites, the upgrades, ironically, and then two of these would be not first time, rewatches, and then these would be first time viewings. I think what I'm going to do is 8.5 just seems like one of those films that everyone should own, just because of its historical nature and its importance. So I think I'm going to add this to my collection. Killer of Sheep, I'm going to take Mike's advice and I'm going to buy it. Yay! I hope I like it. No, I'm kidding. I think I will like it. There's
it's
a lot
beautiful.
of...
If you turn it, even with the sound down, it's a beautiful film.
Film is a visual medium, so that has me excited. And now between these two, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose one of them. And
after these messages,
actually, you know what? Just to create more suspense, I'm going to have you choose between those two as I'm trying to choose between these.
So Demon Pond recently came out, and it's more of an obscure title. I usually think, okay, in like a year or two when I come back, is that going to be available? Blood Simple, I feel like I always see on the shelf. So I'm leaning towards Demon Pond. But we get a message from Barnes & Noble. Creating more suspense.
9 o'clock. We ask at this time if you have any purchases, so please run up to the front register so we can help.
Trying to kick us out, everyone.
This happened last time, actually.
Wrap it up.
They're like, wrap it up.
Closing in 10 minutes at 9 o'clock.
Before our interruption, I'm probably going to pick up Blood Simple as well, actually.
Nice.
Just make it easier.
Whoa.
Make it easier. for
All
ourselves.
right.
You
know
should
what?
follow.
You know what? I was gonna say, I said just choose one, but I think I am gonna choose both because I don't know. I was reading the premise of this, and it does sound like something that would be up my alley. And Bound it's a film that as soon as I finished watching it, I saw the R rating. I was like, I want to watch the uncut version, and I've heard the 4K of this is immaculate, so I'm gonna pick it up. And it's a Wachowski sister film, so choose me. I'll add this as well. So. My
All I
bank
had to do
account-
was pick everything, and he.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Demon Pod, I would have gone with it, but took
Yeah.
it out.
So we got to change the title. Of
Okay, so
Yeah,
people know you, but where can they find you?
So you can find me on Letterboxd, just the hat, Chad.Sabourin, as well as you can find Sergey, SkynetGen on his channel,
Yep.
SkynetGen.
Yep, SkynetGen on YouTube, and then it's Skyfire486 on Letterboxd as well. So we're both on the
Yeah,
Letterboxd platform,
I keep
YouTube.
I keep mine easy. You just look up my first name, last name, which is spelled Sabourin. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me Facebook. You can find me, of course, YouTube. But yeah, and I'll on that note have Todd and Mike take it away.
Hey everybody, this is Mike from ReelBlack, and I'm with my good friend
Todd.
and we are at the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale for what? This is my third time. So
And my
you're
second.
welcome, Criterion. But we weren't done yet. So we're gonna share with you guys some of the stuff we got, and then we're gonna flip the camera around and talk to Chad and Sergey. So you wanna go first? Or?
Sure. I'll go with the first one that I decided to get, which is The Big Heat on 4K. It's a movie I owned on a previous Blu-ray release from Twilight Time, which had a decent print, but this guy is an upgrade to 4K, which I love. Any of the especially black and white older films usually really pop when it comes to having a digital restoration and 4K UHD ultra high def presentation. This also has an updated audio commentary by Elaine Silver and James Ursini, who are like film noir experts and authors that I'm always interested in their opinions and analysis. So that's why this is double dip, but worth it.
I still need to watch that.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Well, let me see. This is stuff I didn't choose to get right now. Long Good Friday is definitely a classic that I want to own eventually. It's just not today, Criterion. You got too much money in mine. Winchester 73 is a movie I have already on Blu-ray, so I'm gonna wait till the next sale, of course. In real life, I'm on the fence on. I might get this, I might not. It's Albert Brooks, and it's a really funny movie from back in the day. It just, what's keeping me away from it is it doesn't have that many great special features. I'm somebody that likes the bonus disc stuff. So that's probably gonna sit by the wayside for now, but I'll pass the ball.
Well, and for me, the one I did not get, that was snatched out of our hands by another customer, was Umbrellas of Cherbourg in 4K restoration as well, which is a movie I have not seen, so it would be a blind buy. But it is a music movie that apparently, from every indication, pops with a terrific transfer and a lot of good music. So it would be one I would have bought if they had it in stock. But since they didn't, that's for another day.
Well, yeah, that's the story behind the story. When we got here, it looked like nothing was in stock that we wanted, and we had to ask, we had to demand, "Hey, what are you hiding from us?" Right?
Politely.
It's a lot of 4Ks.
We're like, hey, get behind the counter. We're here
Now.
to spend money. So they had this movie just came out yesterday, The Adventures of Antoine Doinel, which is all the Truffaut films with the character Antoine Guano in it, and this was only previously available maybe 20 years ago on DVD.
Oh wow.
And I'd burned copies of them, but I'm a big fan of 400 Blows, of course, and all the other movies here are fun. I have a nice collection of Truffaut films in my house, and I'm very happy to have this as well. So thank you, Criterion, for making these not only available on Blu-ray but 4K. I'm excited.
It's a nice design.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
need
a
to watch.
suitcase, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
My next one is also sort of a double dip, although I don't feel guilty because I last had it on DVD, and it's an early Kubrick film with Ryan O'Neal in a very good performance, as I remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm excited to see it again in the updated restoration with tons of extras from the looks of things, and that's Barry Lyndon on 4K. Looking forward to it, and they did have this one, so I was able to snag it.
Wait to ask about that one.
Yeah, there are a couple here, honorable mentions before I get to my last pick. I got this one earlier in the sale, Killer of Sheep. If you don't know this film, you should. It's Charles Burnett's touchstone movie. Charles Burnett made Killer of Sheep. He did To Sleep with Anger, which is also in the Criterion Collection, and the movie, I'm trying to think. My favorite Charles Burnett movie actually is a Disney film called Nightjohn, which I don't know if that's ever going to make it beyond DVD. But he is one of the Los Angeles filmmakers that went to UCLA back in the day, along with Julie Dash and Haile Garima. And Killer Sheep has finally got a 4K restoration, and it's got all the music that was originally missing from the previous, like 20 years ago, DVD reinstated. So
Wow.
I actually have 2 copies of this, and you know why? It's because Charles Burnett's coming to Philadelphia to be at the Black Star Film Festival to present Killer of Sheep. So I'm
Wow.
going to get mine signed.
I was gonna say, that's awesome.
But I already have it, so I'm good. And then Underground Railroad, it's just a little too rich for my blood. It's the Barry Jenkins miniseries from Amazon, and I've stared at this ever since it's come out, and I know I'm not going to watch it all right away, so that's why it's staying on the shelf here.
And my last pick for ones I'm going to get today is actually an older catalog title called The Girl Can't Help It, which, if I'm not mistaken, didn't we have that back at the store in the days?
Definitely had that.
We both worked at Video Library. This was a
I
big
think it was
title
a
back
key
then.
video, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen it. It's one Mike has recommended, and it's got the earliest big film that Jane Mansfield starred in, as well as tons of music. And you said, I guess it's shot in color. And
It's the first rock and roll movie
Oh wow.
that was made by a major studio, so it was in color. You know, there are other movies like
So it's got
Rock,
tons of
Rock,
performances, lots of extras, and it is a Blu-ray that, you know, realistically, I don't see that. It's not from a 4K scan, so I doubt this will be upgraded. So I feel safe in buying this and not worrying that it's going to be upgraded next week. So,
And who's the director on that?
oh yes,
Cartoon guy.
Yep,
Frank
it is.
Cashlin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a really fun movie.
Yes, who previously had done
I'll have to have that at
the
the
cartoons.
list.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then my last pick for here today is Lone Star.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
recommended
so-
that.
And it co-stars Tony Frank, who appears as the villain in my upcoming release, Riverbend. And this is a mock-up. It's going to look better than this. But that's the movie that we're working on that we need your support in. So go to ReelBlack.com and find out more about Riverbend.
I've seen the movie. Good movie.
Thank you.
And if you want, I can just fill you in on 3 I already picked up at a previous buy. It's only my second visit, not third, but these are 3 excellent films from previous viewings, and so I'm very happy to get all 3 of them. So first one is Jean de Florette, Manon of the Spring, which is a French drama with Emmanuel Bayard. It's bookend story that tells a family drama history that builds up a lot of power over the time. And you get to the end of the first one, you go, oh, I can't believe it ended like that. I've got to see the second one. And so that's the power of this one. And I can't wait to see it again because it has a lot of lush countryside scenes and beautiful scenery. So that should upgrade really well. The next one is Anora, obviously the Oscar winner.
Best Picture.
Which is, I saw in the theater and was excellent and really enjoyed. Mikey Madison, I thought, deserved the Oscar. She was totally winning and feisty and pugnacious.
I wanted Demi Moore to win, I'll be honest.
I enjoyed that performance too. That's true. The substance was excellent also. So that's a good one. But I was very happy for her because I thought this movie deserved the praise that it got. I really enjoyed it and didn't know what to expect. It was like went into it not knowing a whole lot and really enjoyed it. So very happy to have that one. So didn't wait on that when we made our first visit. And then this one, classic swashbuckler, easy for me to say. 3 and 4 Musketeers, Richard Lester, great, international cast, like a lot of British actors, but fantastic scenery, swashbuckling, has a great blend of comedy, drama, action, adventure. That's, to me, is very hard to pull off. It always feels like it balances that tightrope very well, and it's like endlessly entertaining. So this hasn't had a really good scan or print, I think, on disc in forever, really. So this should be great. So that's it.
And you got those
Good
in
pickups.
4K. Those are the Blu-rays.
Exactly.
Those are the
These are the
Blu-rays, yeah.
Blu-rays, but I did get them in 4K. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So
Good haul. Good haul overall.
that's the haul for mid-July 2025.
Awesome.
Another
And
week plus to go.
where can my subscribers, where can they find you guys on social
On
media?
social?
Yep.
I am not on social.
You don't do social.
So I don't do social.
All
So
right. Not you, Todd, then.
Yeah.
Mike.
No.
ReelBlack.com, ReelBlack.com, or at ReelBlack on all social media platforms, TikTok. You'll see me on TikTok. You'll see me on Instagram, Twitter, as much as I hate it.
He makes up for it. He's on everything.
He's on it.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Just Google ReelBlack. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
Thank you.